So you don't need the toilet anymore. Why? Because your body has reabsorbed all of what was contained in your bladder that you would consider waste. Well, it's not waste, or your body would, there's no way it would reabsorb it.
First sample, transparency, subpar. Oh, that's just piss. That's just straight up piss.
You were throwing up, right?
We're living on a disk, floating through space, with a tiny sun.
Hey, I'm FTFE and welcome back to the channel that does to stupidity what Miranda Sings, Bentelect, Linus Tech Tips, they've all done to their YouTube careers this year. Well done. Man, the amount of YouTubers getting cancelled right now, I better be careful what I fucking say, otherwise someone will tweet something and damn, I'm done. Seriously. Welcome back to another episode of Debunking Dave Live. It started different than it's become. I started it with the assumption that Dirth was an idiot. That David Weiss, Flat Earth Dave, was just a dumb fuck. I mean, that is the case. But what it turns out has become extremely obvious by examining every word that he has said in the 1 hour 47 minute interaction he had with Andrew Gold is that David Weiss is a pathological liar. Like, literally, yesterday, I decided to, in the 30 minutes that I covered in my stream yesterday, count the lies. Turns out that in 30 minutes he lied 75 times. Direct lies. Distortions of truth. Misrepresentations. 75 times. That means that David Weiss operates at 2.5 LPM. That is 2.5 lies per minute. That's it. That's how he lives his life. It's by spouting lies. It's incredible. He is literally a disgusting human being. What's even more funny is that he attacks me personally for being a scummy human being because I shout at flat earthers and call them nasty names like fucking idiots. But, you know, I'm a good person. I don't tell a bunch of lies. I'm a family man. I'm loved by my family, and I get on with my sisters and everything because I'm not a pathological liar like David Weiss. You know, there's a very big difference between us. Yes, I am mean and nasty, big old meanie FTFE to some flat earthers and will directly call them fucking morons to their face because they probably deserve it. And he seems to still want to hold the moral high ground over me when he is someone that can't go a minute without lying 2.5 times. The irony and the projection is insane. He won't speak to me because I'm such a nasty, horrible, scummy person, apparently. Yet, in every minute that he is speaking, he lies 2.5 times. It's insane. Plus, he pushes an app which is a massive fucking security risk to anyone that downloads it. Now, we've got about 25-30 minutes left of the interaction between David Weiss and Andrew Gold. And again, if you would like to see the entire interaction without me shouting at David Weiss every few seconds for lying, then I thoroughly encourage you to check out the link in the description that has the original stream and the link to Andrew's channel. I highly recommend you give the guy a subscribe and watch the video and at least give it a like. He's an ex-BBC journalist, and he covers conspiracies and lies and stuff like that. He's done exposés on Scientology and things like that, and he's absolutely amazing at what he does. And that conspiratory things obviously led into speaking to flat earthers. And the first interaction was on a guy called Sean Atwood's channel, where Andrew Gold was supposed to be the moderator, I guess, but there was technical issues. And David Weiss was debating Professor Dave, and Professor Dave, although I'm sure he could have done it on his own, thanks to me basically writing this, down everything that David Weiss would say to him, and coaching him for the debate, he absolutely did an incredible destruction. And that was the first time that Dirth and Andrew Gold interacted. So Andrew's obviously invited him to his channel for round 2 without all the other bits of shouting. But Andrew isn't a science guy. Andrew isn't someone who knows all the physics and everything, and can't really refute the things that Dirth says on a scientific or physics-based understanding. Obviously, you can easily destroy him on the psychological side of it and stuff, because he's absolutely amazing at that. But anyway, if you want to check out Andrew Gold, please go and do it. I highly encourage you to. But you know what we've got to do right now? There we go. Insert Scottish internet hamster joke here. I don't know why that seems to happen. Usually about 5-6 minutes after going live, there's a little cutout. It's weird. I apologise. Right, let's do this. Please engage facepalm protection.
That you don't know doesn't mean you're dumb. It means you're ignorant, not dumb. Okay, they're ignorant to stuff because they've been brainwashed, and they've been brainwashed not to look further. This is a topic. You mention flat Earth to somebody, they don't even look. When I was mentioned, flat Earth was mentioned to me, I wouldn't watch a 1-minute video because it's retarded. I'm not doing it.
I mean, I just spent ages calling David Weiss a liar, and he just said the most true thing I've ever heard him say. Let's go back just a little bit there and play that again.
That you don't know doesn't mean you're dumb. It means you're ignorant, not dumb. Okay, they're ignorant to stuff because they've been brainwashed, and they've been brainwashed not to look further. This is a topic. You mention flat Earth to somebody, they don't even look. When I was mentioned, flat Earth was mentioned to me, I wouldn't watch a 1-minute video because it's retarded. I'm not.
You're right, David Weiss. Flat Earth is fucking retarded. But you obviously did fall for it because you're a fucking retard.
Doing it. I'm not doing it. Right? And then I was forced to look, and I went in to prove it wrong. I didn't go in to find the truth.
He was forced to look at it, guys. He was held down, and someone forced the camera into his eyes. Oh! Watch this. Watch this, Flat Earth. He was forced to, guys. And then he tried to debunk it, but failed. Oh. You know why you failed to debunk it, Dave? Because, you were dropped on your head as a child, and then a lorry, a 16-wheeler, specifically ran over your fucking cranium.
I went in to prove flat Earth was wrong.
It's a lie. I don't think he ever did.
To prove the globe.
I got another question.
There's no proving the globe. Go.
Nechama Gluck says, is flat Earth versus globe Earth the blue dress / gold dress dilemma all over? We're all looking at the same thing, but perceive something different.
Well, that's an interesting thing. But
Nonsense.
The thing is, we have the blue dress globe dress is a perception of sight, but we can physically measure.
It's got globe on the brain, guys.
We've done it with lasers. We've done it with mirror flashes. Let me ask you a question. If I had, I always need to bring a mirror.
Mirror flashes. The same as lasers. Exactly the same. The light, the path the light travels has been bent by refraction, and you can see it. It's not a problem. This is not a way to disprove the globe by showing us things that we expect to happen on the globe.
I got a light over there. I could flash the light into the camera, and you would see it, right? I'm flashing the light. Yeah. I got a mirror in my hand. I'm flashing it, and I'm shooting it into the camera. But if I put a book in between me, you wouldn't be able to see the mirror because there's a book in between, right? You wouldn't be able to see me flashing you, right? According to globe math, there's 66 feet of curvature over 10 miles. We've done mirror flashes farther than that, and people can see the flash of the mirror of the sun, right? The sun's going down behind me. Someone flashes at me. I see it right across the water.
Well done, Dave. You have confirmed that refraction exists and does the things that we expect it to do. This is the problem with David Weiss and with a lot of the flat earthers, that we have told them that this is what we expect the refraction to do, and they've just got to dismiss that and go, "Oh no, that's not what refraction should do," because then their evidence stands. But it's not evidence that the Earth is flat. It's evidence that they don't understand how to do an experiment properly and account for all variables, because we know that light bends when it interacts with mediums of varying density. We know that it refracts. So yeah, absolutely, you're going to see something that far when there's refraction happening. It's no problem. Take into account the refraction and then do a proper experiment, but you won't, because it will disprove you.
There should be 66 feet of Earth curve in between me, but I can see it. You can't claim refraction because it's a direct line of sight thing. It's not refracting. We can see too far.
What did he say then? Sorry.
Is that me? I see it right across the water. There should be 66 feet of Earth curve in between me, but I can see it. You can't claim refraction because it's a direct line of sight.
What do you mean it's a direct line of sight? The refraction is making it look like it's a direct line of sight because it's lifting the thing up because the light's bending around. He's trying to say that refraction doesn't exist because you can see something. No, you can see the thing because of refraction. Holy fucking shit. Oh, it's direct line of sight. We can see it directly. Well, yes, the same with lasers. You can see the laser directly because it's been refracted. Just like the flash of light from the mirror. Oh my goodness. Jolene. Member for 21 months says, I'm FTFE and I love pineapple on pizza. Get out. Leave now. No, you can stay. All right then. No, I don't. Pineapple on pizza is wrong. The Spirit for $5 says, I got good news today. I found out my medical insurance covers brain aneurysms brought on by exposure to flat earthers. What medical assurance is this? Please share it with me. Andreas Eldritch for 20 secs says, you said it twice already. Ding ding. Oh no, it's Andy for £2 says, please don't use the retard word except for Greenland. I only used it because Dirth used it and it's an acceptable word to use when describing Dirth.
Thing, not refracting. We can see too far. And once you understand that, you'll realize that we're not a globe.
Oh, fair enough.
No, not fair enough, Andrew. Don't give him affirmation, for fuck's sake.
Bobo Gild de Brun says, does Dave know what the phrase thanks Bob means? Could you ask him to explain?
If the Earth is spinning at one rotation every 24 hours, that means that every hour it has to turn 15 degrees. And if the gyroscope is mounted anywhere on Earth, it's going to drift. In today's 21st century navigation systems, they're using what's called a ring laser gyroscope. It is extremely precise. If we could simply get one of these ring laser gyroscopes, we would be able to prove once and for all that there is no rotation to the Earth. One of the people in the community actually purchased one for $20,000. But what we found is when we turned on that gyroscope, we found that we were picking up a drift.
How much, Bob?
A 15 degree per hour drift.
Yeah, thank you, Bob. Rest in peace. Very sad that you're gone. I really appreciate the work you did for the Globe, my friend. Let's hear how Dirth is going to try and explain this, shall we?
Yeah, 100%. So thanks, Bob, means that somebody watched a Netflix hit piece on Flat Earth, and they used that as their proof. But in the app, if you hit the web button and you go to the...
Oh, his app. Oh, he's shilling his app once again, guys.
Debunking the debunkers. Click that, and the first video on there is literally I made it short, 3-minute video, 4-minute video showing you, whoops, this one right here, showing you how they deceived you in that movie. I'm not telling you they deceived you. I'm showing you how they deceived you. So what the Globers do is they...
Now, I have already said straight up that, yeah, the directors and editors and producers of that movie were deceptive. They lied about what Jeranism did. Jeranism did not do what they implied. The reason Jeranism said interesting was because what he was doing was basically inconclusive. Yeah, they did lie. But not about Bob. Not about what Bob said and did. Those were Bob's words. Bob literally said those words. You know, there's nothing in that order. The only thing Jeranism said was interesting, and they kind of lied about that. But Bob said that whole bunch in one go. And, you know, he was on screen saying it. You saw him saying it. So, no. Lento Manon for 50 secs. Ooh, I do like the secs. Pro tips, you can use arrows on the keyboard to scroll back and forth in the YouTube video. Thanks for the show, man. People have said this, but I'm not using YouTube to show you that. I've got it in my software. Let me show you. Inception. So I've got it in here, right? It's stored in here, and I'm playing it in here because it makes it easier to just run through the program. So when I'm going backwards and forwards, I'm doing it with this. I'm sure there's an easier way, but yeah, I'm not doing it through YouTube. So unfortunately, that isn't going to help me very much. Thank you anyway, and right, let's get on with it. Yeah, so he says they were lying about Bob. They really weren't.
They just take a comment like that, and they go, "Thanks, Bob," and they say that Bob proved the globe by one comment he made. But meanwhile, we'll do a laser test over a frozen lake. They're like, "What was the temperature?"
Oh yeah, let's ignore what Bob said and look at our laser test, which we've already explained how is completely inconclusive and pointless because no variables were taken. Yeah. They said this thing that Bob said that was actually completely right. But look at this other thing. Don't look at that. Don't look at that, guys. Look at this other thing. Move the goalposts.
For the ice, how much snow was there? What was the relative humidity? What day was it? You know, what was the? You know, they want a million facts. But if somebody goes,
yes, we absolutely do, Dirth. If you do an experiment that you say proves the Earth is flat, we want all of the data to show that is true. We want all of the data to show the relative humidity. We want all of the data to show the lapse rate over the surface of which you are shooting your laser or mirror flash, whatever. We want all of the data from timeanddate.com to confirm all of this. And it's your responsibility to provide that data to account for all the variables in your experiment. Otherwise, you're not doing a good experiment. You're just doing something because the outcome you know will prove your bias in your head. But when you ignore what it actually shows, and we all know that science doesn't prove things, but that's irrelevant, all you're looking for is confirmation of the outcome that you already pre-selected. All right? And you can do that and get that outcome if you ignore all of the variables. Yes, Dave, give us those variables, or don't do the experiments. Zib80 became a new member. Welcome to Scrappers. Thank you very much. That is the first member today. Yesterday we got like 175 members. It was insane. And Zib has now kicked off the membership for today's stream. Thank you very much.
It's interesting than they think that person's Earth curve. It's pathetic. It's more pathetic than the crap that phony fake Professor Dave failed musician guy said.
How is Dave a failed musician? Professor Dave made some music. How is he a failed musician? He made some music and some people listened to it. How do you be a failed musician? That doesn't even make sense. But he's also not a phony professor. This is something flat earthers push a lot. Professor Dave's not even a real professor. Well, depends which definition of professor you're looking at, really. And the American definition of professor, well, one of them is somebody that teaches at college or is taught at college or higher, which Professor Dave did. He taught at college, so Professor Dave is absolutely a professor. I mean, I think I think that Dirth has got some trauma from his interaction with Professor Dave, because several times during this stream he called Andrew Dave.
Right?
He's, you know what? He shouldn't have been rude to you, but he's actually quite good at music, and I was surprised by that when I saw that after. He was pretty good. Now, Daniel Gruick says, Mage 2 balloon went up 39 kilometers and showed a clear curve on the horizon. It had a non-distorting lens and minimal barrel distortion. Dave, please explain.
Yeah, we absolutely did. My good friend Mr. Sensible sent up his project Mage 2, and here's the killer shot that they got, showing the curve of the horizon at the predicted amount. Obviously, I've increased the contrast here to show the curve of the Earth even better, and it also actually shows that the atmosphere is curving above it the same amount, which is interesting, right? Interesting. So, yeah, Mage 2 absolutely did what they asked for with a non-fisheye lens. So let's hear what his explanation of that is.
So when we look into the distance, we see the same distance. If the weather is clear, we see the same different distance in all directions. Okay. So what do I mean by that? So
what do you fucking mean by that? Those were definitely words, but it didn't make a coherent sentence.
If we're looking down this hallway, whoops, hold on a second.
That's
we're
not
looking
a hallway,
down this
Dave.
hallway. This is a curved hallway. So if somebody walked around that corner, you wouldn't be able to see them, right? You could say yes, right? And so we'll flip it around. There's the curvature of the Earth, and you can't zoom in behind them because that's physical curve. You know what? I'm answering the wrong question. The question was...
Oh, of course you are. You never answer the correct question.
What was the question? I'm sorry. I went off on the sidetrack.
That's all right. The Mage 2 balloon showed a clear curve on the horizon, even with a non-distorting lens and minimal barrel distortion.
Right. Oh, that's what it was. So we...
No, I can't talk about Mage 2. I can't talk about it. It's going to kill us.
We see too far. And the thing is, we see in the same distance in all directions. So if I can see 50 miles or 5 miles or whatever in one direction, I see the same distance in all directions. Okay? And when you're looking at the same distance in all directions, that creates a circle. And in your mind, you think it's a sphere. You think it's curvature. Because...
Okay.
What? Right. Now, on a globe, what he's saying kind of makes sense, right? Because on a globe, the horizon is equidistant every direction around you, right? Which means that super chats, which means that if you are at sea level, like literally with your eyes just above the water, right, the horizon will be completely flat all around you, 360 degrees, right? Now, as you rise above the horizon, right, it still stays the same distance around you because the Earth's a globe, right? The higher you go, the further away it goes, but it's always going to be, however high you are, it's going to be at that point the same distance 360 degrees around you. And as you rise above it, just what was flat, as it goes down in your vision, will begin to look curved, because that's what you would see. Now, imagine a hula hoop holding, the things the kids shake around their hips. Imagine holding that directly in front of your eyes, in front of you, right? And just looking straight ahead. And then move that hula hoop down, right? In your vision, that hula hoop will look curved down here, right? Around you, even though it's still equidistant. And that's why the horizon looks curved when you rise above it. Now, on a flat Earth, there's no reason for there to be that distance that you can see. There would be no exact distance that is the same all around you. There's no reason for that. So what he says makes no sense if the Earth is flat. He just conceded that the Earth is a globe.
You're not seeing
just
a
in your
straight
mind.
line across. Yeah, well, it's not that you're imagining
See,
it. You're
this is the thing. No, but Dave, whenever there's evidence against you, but that's just in your mind and blah, 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 the creator. And when there's evidence on your side, it's like, let's get very into the science here. You've got to accept both sides. No. That's why you can't go into the debate going, I'm 100% sure, because there's nowhere to go from there.
So here's the thing. Here's a person, and he sees the same distance in all directions. So this is how you see. So this is your horizontal eye zone, which is curved.
There's no such thing as a horizontal eye zone. You made that up. And I see Wisecoff in the chat. No, Wisecoff, not once during the entire Mage 2 Ascent did the horizon warp and bend from that particular camera. You have to remember there was 3 cameras on Mage 2. 2 of them were fisheye. So yeah, if you were looking from those 2, the one looking directly up at the balloon or the one behind, the horizon would have warped and distorted. But from the one in front with the 2 lines directly in front of it, the horizon never warped and distorted. It stayed looking down, curved downwards the whole time, whether it was above or below those reference lines. Don't lie like your heroes.
Your mind will tell you that this is a sphere.
Yeah, but Dave, what you are showing only makes sense if the Earth is a globe. There's no reason why if the Earth is flat you can see the same distance all around you. Especially not such a short distance that we can see.
Not when you're above the Earth looking down at it like that.
Same
I don't
thing.
think
You
so.
see farther. You see a curve, and then and he said minimal barrels of distortion. How much do you need? Show me the picture.
Why don't they see a wall at the
sergeant.
end? Why don't they see a wall at the end? Where at the end, oh, that's where the secret polar bear people are hiding on the other side.
Because you can't see that far. You can't see forever.
Why not? Especially when you're above the atmosphere like Mage 2 was, there's nothing that would be stopping you seeing, you know, forever. There's no limit to our sight, Dave.
Can't see forever. Hey, you were going to ask me about sunsets. You were going to ask me about sunsets. We were going to talk about sunsets.
Here we go. Andy Fabulous says, if the world is flat, there can be no northern lights and the sun would alternate rising from the east and then west. And Lord Xenu really exists.
Go back and listen to what I said before about the northern lights. That's just a blind statement saying there could be no...
Yeah, what you said about the northern lights was that it's from a toroidal vortex and random magical electrical energy from a black metal center or something. Yeah. No, what you said was complete fucking nonsense. There's no reason if the Earth was flat that there would be Aurora Borealis.
No, that's just not true.
It's true, though.
No, sorry, Wisecoff in the chat again. No, you do not have a limit to your vision. It's just not true. Especially if there is no medium. Like when you're in space. There is no limit to how far you can see. You can see as far as the light has traveled. Now, if you're on Earth, looking through the atmosphere, will there be certain limits imposed then? Well, yeah, especially if it's foggy or something like that, right? But there's no actual limit to how far your eyes can see. Your eyes can see whatever light comes to them. And light comes from stars from billions of miles away and enters our eyes. There is no limit to your vision. That's not how vision works. It never is and it never was. Why did you go back down the fucking rabbit hole, dipshit?
What is this light that's on a clock? What are you talking about? This creator clock madness.
Well,
if I was a creator, I'd just make light Earth. Don't worry about how it's done.
You would just make a ball of gas in a vacuum burning 93 million miles away, and we're in the Goldilocks
I would just make it light. I wouldn't need a sun. I would just make it light when they need it, dark when they don't.
In your random universe, everything organizes and becomes more complicated versus true. The truth is things become more scattered over time. Things don't organize, they disorganize or entropy versus...
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he's right about entropy. But I'm actually right now paying attention to the chat, and Wisecoff is saying, the fact a camera can zoom in gives you clear evidence we do have limited vision. No. The fact a camera can zoom in shows that you can zoom in on something and increase the angular resolution of things. You can still see the same distance, you just might not be able to resolve the things that are there. Fuck's sake, Wisecoff, are you getting dumber?
Just throwing in the word entropy. That's true. Things move. You know who told me that? Professor Brian Cox. That things move towards discord, from harmony towards discord. That does happen. But in your world, it's just a sun on a clock floating around and a wall outside which there's like who knows what and the creator that everyone's hiding. Yeah. Okay, well, fair enough.
Right, before he gets on, let's catch up with Super Chats because you guys are fucking amazing. The support you give me is insane. Wisecoff. Please, everyone, give Wisecoff a bit of a smacking in the chat. He's being dumb. He says that lack of resolvability is limitations. Lol. What part of this? No. you can still see that far. You just can't resolve things that are that far. But you can still see the light from that far, right? Right, Weisskopf, for instance, if there was a laser pointer, like very small, like this, right, that was shining at you over a mile lake, right, the angular size of the laser pointer would be far too small for you to resolve from the other side of the lake, from the mile across, right? However, you would absolutely be able to see that laser light from that mile, right? You can't see the thing that it came from. You cannot resolve that laser pointer, but you can absolutely see the light that came from it. There is no limit to our vision, you absolute fucking moron. Yeah, like Geistview says, you can see the head of a pin at the other side of the football field. You just can't resolve it. 100%. Right. Technics 1 for $2 Canadian says, I don't buy in one bit. He's too organized. Yeah, he's a grifter. David Weiss is a liar. This is the face of a liar. Look at everybody. It's a liar over there. He can't stop lying. He lies at 2.5 lies per minute. I proved that 100% empirically. Screwy Louis for £20 says, if anything, these streams demonstrate why FTFE gets accused of monopolising the time in debates. It takes a lot longer to explain why something is wrong than it does to actually say the thing that is wrong. Absolutely fucking 100%. I have to explain why they're wrong, and sometimes that takes longer than it says to say the wrong thing. Thank you for understanding. Steve6464, member for 2 months, says 2 months, that's 0.1666 around the sun. Get in. You'll get there. 365 days is just on the horizon. And Warboss, my favourite orc, living in Canada. Canada is so fucked if you've got an orc there. Heard that Globebusters are going to try and take a swing at ya. Shame they don't have the guts to stand up and take you on face to face in a proper fight. Cowardly Flerfs are going to flurf. Yeah, absolutely. I was told today that Globebusters are going to be picking apart the things that I've been saying about Dave. That sounds hilarious. Like, I'll obviously get to respond to that. But I just feel like it would be a lot easier if Globebusters would speak to me. If I'm more than happy to come on and talk to them live, especially Dirth, and explain why I've said the things that I said. And I will even be on my bestest good boy behavior. Maybe. No, Weisskopf isn't a broken AI. He's just, I don't know, someone that gets indoctrinated pretty easily, I guess.
Yes, I want to say thank you to Inside Out for the super chat there. That's very nice of you. It keeps the channel running and all that stuff. Nosferatu the Vampire wants to know, does Dave believe in dimensions? Do we exist in 2D?
No. Flat. We live on a topographical plane, hills and valleys. We live in a three-dimensional world on a level stationary plane. Water, the science of water, proves that. Proves water at rest, large bodies of water at rest, not a drop of water, anything bigger than a gallon of water.
Right. This is funny when they do it. They say the science of water, the physics of water shows that the earth is flat. No, here's the thing. Water doesn't have its own science. Water doesn't have its own physics. Water, like all matter in the universe, reacts to forces acting upon it. Simple as that. And the prevalent force acting upon water on Earth is the force created by gravity. So they're right when they say that water lies level on Earth when it's undisturbed. But level means, perpendicular to the local pull of gravity. So this proves them anyway. No, Weisskopf, I wasn't wrong about the muon test. There is many bits of evidence for the muon tests. It's not Texas sharpshooting data. That's not the only experiment that's ever been done. And regardless of whether it's been done or not wasn't the question. It was whether his explanation of it was correct or not. That was the issue, right? But there is plenty of evidence of the muon experiment, Weisskopf, and I don't think you know what Texas sharpshooter means, Otherwise, you would have many problems with the things that Witsit says. If you really want to talk to me, Wisecoff, come and debate me 1v1. Don't be a coward.
Water lies flat and level.
Okay.
Period. No matter
Right.
how you
Nachama
look at it.
Gluck says 3
Sorry, water doesn't lie flat. That's been measured.
cheers for the polar bear people on the other side of the wall. Freddie Ray says, David, can you be a flat earther and be an atheist?
I don't think so.
It's all about the creator.
But you can be a flat earther and say and believe in some other intelligent design, but you have to understand that there's a designer, there's a creator.
Which could be, and this is where you had me last time, because I think I do go into this going, I'm 99% sure the Earth is a sphere, whereas you are 100% sure it's flat. I'm going 99, and the reason for that,
99.1%.
all right, fine. The reason for that is because I do believe we could be in a simulation, and I think there is a chance. Yeah, I think there's a chance of that, and then everything you've said could then be plausible, but then anything can, right? Yeah, oh, we're in a simulation, and we're live.
Fuck, I pressed restart. Right, that's where we were.
Ball of gas and
you can throw
time, because I think I do go into this going, I'm 99% sure the Earth is a sphere, whereas you are 100% sure it's flat.
Right.
I'm going 99, and the reason for that,
99.1%.
all right, fine. The reason for that is because I do believe we could be in a simulation.
Right, okay. To touch on simulation theory quickly, right, there's no evidence that we're not in a simulation. Simple as that. It's something that's unprovable, like the existence of God. There's no evidence that there is no God. There's no evidence there is a God. There's no way to tell. It's not something that's testable, right? We could be in a simulation. There's a 50-50 chance. As far as I'm concerned, there's a 50-50 chance that this is a simulation of some kind. There's no way of proving it, right? But if it is a simulation, within this simulation, the Earth is a rotating globe in space. Whether it's a simulation or not is irrelevant. Because if it is a simulation, within this simulation, the Earth is a globe with gravity that exists with certain laws of physics. So, you know...
and I think there is a chance. Yeah, I think there's a chance of that. And then everything you've said could then be plausible. But then anything can, right? Yeah, oh, we're in a simulation. And I think that is the most plausible way in my mind for Flat Earth to work. So I am trying to think of a way for it to work for me. I'm not just stubbornly going, no, 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 no. And then, fine. But even in the simulation, I just think, what's the point in having all this fake ball of gas?
You can throw that out there. I believe, you know, the word simulation is a really hot point for people. I believe we're in a physical simulation, okay?
That's not a thing.
Where our eternal souls are inhabiting these avatar meat suits, and we're in this physical simulation because it's so complex, it's so amazing, this place. It has to have a super mind to it, you know? If the simulation is the right word, I don't know. Might be.
Yeah. Got one just now. Will...
just before he does that, Wisecoff, I just posted you a link to the recent studies on muons. There's been many experiments, not just that one we were talking about. So go and read all the papers and get your fucking shit in one sock, dude.
Richard Method, thank you so much. Will David follow William Shatner and go into space to prove the Earth is flat using Jeff Bezos' rocket program?
Yeah, good fucking question, right? Because Virgin Galactic are literally taking paying tourists to space. You know, it's expensive for just the everyday man having a 9-to-5 job, but, you know, Dave says he's got 3 Bitcoin lying around. What's the current price of Bitcoin? How much is 3 Bitcoin? So Bitcoin is currently at £20,564. So 3 Bitcoin is roughly like £61,500. All right. How much are flights on Virgin Galactic? Right, so flights on Virgin Galactic are 250,000 a piece, right? So he's got 60,000. That's a brilliant start, all right? Forget about your free Bitcoin challenge, Dave, because you're never going to give it to anyone because you're a pathological liar. Cash in that money, 60k. There's a great start to a ticket to space. I'm sure you could fleece your gullible followers for the rest of the money to buy you a ticket on Virgin Galactic. Dave, it's something that's absolutely plausible and something you should thoroughly look into. In fact, I'm sure that there's someone in your community that calls himself Flat Earth Millionaire. He's got the straight up cash to send you to space and end this debate once and for all. Why don't you arrange it, Dave? Huh.
Be difficult to get on that program.
Yeah.
Would you go?
Would I go? So would if I offered to get you put into a physically into a South Park cartoon, would you go? Would you go?
You're just saying no, it's not possible. Yeah, but okay, it's not possible to go to
Here's William
space.
Shatner floating in space, okay? And
God, you've got it all right there.
Yeah, if you watch this stuff, it's so retarded. Edit, and they're all looking out the windows because we said, why don't they ever look?
Well, of course this is the edited version that they showed. So what? It's an edited video showing cool bits. That doesn't mean the entire footage doesn't exist. Oh my god. Oh, there's edits in it. It must be fake.
Out the windows, right? So they're up there floating. It's absolutely insane. But here's the worst part.
Why is it insane? Why is it insane, Dave? Because you fucking need it to be a liar.
So William Shatner, 90-year-old big fat guy, they launch him into space, okay? They launch him into space. And what happens? He comes down, so he's free falling. I don't even believe he's on here. This thing's free falling, right? And then all of a sudden, like, this is definitely not, this is weird. It's not going down. Then it is going down.
What do you mean it's not going down? That was a video of them falling really slowly with parachutes for like a couple of seconds.
And then it slams into the ground. Slams. Okay, does that look like it hurts?
You don't think that they took that into account and prepared the people in the capsule for that, Dave? Knowing that that is how it would land? You don't think that the people inside would have been in some kind of inertial dampening system to help them have that impact dealt with, Dave? No, of course not.
Well, I have no idea. I have no idea about the way they manufacture these things.
No matter at a bicycle race, at a swimming race, at a school fair, they always have an ambulance there. They always have EMTs there. No EMTs, no nothing.
How do you know? And that's a lie. There fucking was. In the video that I did covering this, that you can actually see that there's ambulances and everything all around, and just William Shatner gets out. And you can see like the two ambulances behind, right? And there's also a group of people dressed up, and someone comes out of another car and hands Jeff Bezos a big bottle of champagne. And you can see all the fire trucks and stuff in the in the area. And Jeff Bezos goes over to Shatner and he's like, "You want some of this?" And Shatner is obviously a recovering alcoholic and was like, "Yeah, no, thanks." And Shatner was trying to say how profound he felt it was, and well, Jeff Bezos is going, "Yeah, chug the champagne." Yeah, fucking liar, Dave. You're a liar.
Just a bunch of people, wives and a photographer.
But again, David, everything that you say here, this is not really, it's just speculation. And every time I can just say to you, look, if they were really intent on faking this and making such a huge thing of it, they would have thought about that, and they would have loads of all these people
you
there.
Could say that.
And also, so William Shatner's in on it as well. I mean, absolutely. Come off it. You can't.
William Shatner was broke, and they paid him millions of dollars to do this. And maybe he believes they really go to space, but they're like, you know what? Hey, you're really not in good enough shape. We need the publicity. We're gonna fake it, even though we really send people to space. He might be that stupid, but
he might be that stupid. No. You've got no evidence of any of that. You're just making all up, Dave. You're lying because you have to.
And the people who are desperately trying to prove this this theory that like flat Earth doesn't exist and all this stuff, and it's the most important thing ever in the world, trusted a man in his 90s that they could just pay him all this money and he would never let it slip. He'd never have a bit of a dozy moment and just let it out.
You know what? I don't know what kind of deals they make. You can make a deal. Hey, what
if
someone
don't.
came to you and,
exactly.
What if someone said to you and say, "Here, we got a deal. We're going to give you $10 million, Andrew, in a Swiss bank account. You no taxes.
Yeah.
It's all yours. Do whatever you want with it. If we ever hear you mention it to anyone, even in a text message, which we're going to be monitoring, you agree to let us torture you and kill you and your children and your family and whatever. Of course, if you sign that deal, you're never going to say anything. So who knows? There's a million ways to control people with.
Brilliant. You just that sounds like an amazing spy thriller, Dave, but you've just made that all up. Bill Tetley for $5 says, in brightest day, in blackest night, Craig's shirt is no longer tight. All Flerfs fear his righteous might because stupidity is not a right. FTFE court. Yeah, my shirt's no longer tight and I've actually got muscles. Hey, look at that. Yeah, leg day today, so my muscles are hurting a bit. But you know what? I am pressing 3 whole sets of 12 at 155 kilograms with one leg. Fucking happy with that. That's a good improvement. Anyway, more stupid.
They'll never slip. But we did have a military guy on his deathbed made a confession about how they filmed the moon landings and how they faked it.
Yeah, you're right. Leg day, literally, because I just do it with one.
And he did it on his deathbed.
Richard Method has.
Sorry, I was ignoring what Dave was saying. I need to go back like a minute.
You agree to let us torture you and kill you and your children and your family and whatever. Of course, if you sign that deal, you're never going to say anything. So who knows? There's a million ways to control people where they'll never slip. But we did have a military guy on his deathbed made a confession about how they filmed the moon landings and how they faked it. And he did it on his deathbed.
No, that never happened. It's a lie.
Richard Method has given another super chat. Thank you, Richard. So now William Shatner is in on it. David, you need help, my friend. Oh, no. Okay, it's a me, Mario Rui, says, if FE is true, flat Earth, why can't we use a telescope to see the Eiffel Tower from New York? And what powers your sun to go round and round?
So again, you're asking me to make claims about the sun and the sky when in reality your gravitational claims are proven incorrect. With the Earth being in this heliocentric system.
No, no claims about gravity are proven incorrect. In fact, gravity is the most empirically shown to be true thing in science. Obviously, prove is being used in the wrong context here because science doesn't prove things, but gravity is measured more than any other force in nature. Gravity is taken into account in engineering all of the time. Gravity is it is so important to everything that we do. Industry uses it to detect oil and minerals. Submarines use it to navigate using gravity gradients. The
reason we can't see the Eiffel Tower is, one, it's too small. Two,
the Eiffel Tower is massive.
You can't see it even over the water because the air becomes thick. So
the air becomes thick. No, air doesn't become thick. That's not how air works. I think you're meaning something like a cumulative effect of, a slight degradation the further it goes through an atmosphere because of water vapor and stuff, which, is something that happens. And you are probably right that you wouldn't necessarily be able to see the Eiffel Tower if the Earth was flat from sea level. But if you went up in a hot air balloon, there's absolutely no reason why you shouldn't, with some kind of super high power zoom, be able to see the Eiffel Tower from pretty much anywhere.
Pressures of the globe.
Not pressure, it's just the atmosphere itself becomes thick. I'm trying to find a picture as I'm talking to you.
Why did the creator make the atmosphere become thick?
Yeah, good question,
it's
dude.
Just thick. Why not?
It just did.
It's just thick. Why not?
Okay.
Well, it's just the way it is. And so here we have these mountains here and here and here and here, and then it just kind of turns into sky. Okay, you can't see forever.
It just kind of turns into sky.
You can't see
because
forever.
of the curvature of the Earth.
What about the clear days,
Because of the curvature of the Earth. On a clear day, you can see farther. And here's the thing: you
can't.
You say I can't see, but then you don't actually do the math and say, "Oh, I'm already seeing."
Dave, you've never done math in your life.
And then the next day it's closer, and the next day it's.
Dave, you've probably done math. I mean, look at you, but there's no math there, mate.
Farther, what is the Earth changing its size? No, it's atmosphere. Okay.
So refraction's a thing then. Oh, cool.
What are you gonna ask?
What's keeping the atmosphere in if it's not gravity?
Well, we're in a contained system of some sort.
Right, yeah.
Are we? Really? So there's a dome, is there? Why can't radar see this dome?
You can't have air pressure without a container.
Melodic.
You can't have air pressure without a container. Gravity's a pretty fucking good container.
Lyrics says Dave's going to show us the maths on the forces, right?
No,
Are
he's
you,
not.
Dave?
No, I'm
No, you're not. No, I didn't think so.
No, of course he's not, because Dave can't do maths.
Thank you, Melodic Lyrics. And I'll go back to Maria Rui's point about what powers your sun to go round and round. It just sort of does.
Well, I'm not claiming, it is some toroidal field. Whoever set this place up, that's it.
Oh, magic. Right, Magic Sky Daddy did it, guys. We don't have to know, because Magic Sky Daddy figured it all out for me. Well, you know what? Your Magic Sky Daddy is pathetic, because your god took 7 days to make the universe. But my god did it in 5 whilst drinking heavily. Fuck you. Flying Spaghetti Monster for the win. Andreas Eldritch for 20 sec says that me and Bill Tetley should make his previous super chat a t-shirt. Nice. I like it. Someone else wanted me to flash my biceps again. There we go. They're getting there. There was nothing there before, guys. Look at it. Yay. JD Velen for £5 says, what if, why not, who knows? These are all flat earth scientific terms, then, according to Dave. Concrete proof of that. Yeah, he's proof-based, guys. He said that in the first stream. But I don't know. Magic Sky Daddy did it.
There's lots of theories and maths that can prove, if you think math proves anything, that'll tell you how it works, but that's not my forte.
Yeah. Okay. So whenever there's a gap, Dave, whenever there's a gap.
F Grudge says, what biceps? The ones that weren't here before. Look, it's not there. And now it is. Nothing. Bicep. That wasn't there before. Now it is.
It's not your forte, and you don't know, and it's just William Shatner's in on it.
But hold on.
Yeah, William Shatner's in on it.
You're actually doing exactly what you're accusing me of. I show you physical proof that we're seeing too far.
Oh, F Grudge is like, amazing. Yeah, I'm not saying I've got massive biceps. I'm saying that I've got an improvement, right? And that's important, right? I've got muscles that are visible that weren't there before. There's progress. Anyone laughing at someone that's making progress and physically improving themselves is an asshole. Sorry, but that's just how it is. Everyone starts somewhere. And I haven't worked out properly for years. But after a couple of months of working out, I've now got biceps and abs again. And they may not be massive, but I'm extremely happy with the progress. So don't be a dick. Alright, if you're kidding, that's alright. I take it.
That there is no curvature. I show you that we can't have atmosphere next to a vacuum. We didn't even get there because we haven't discussed it. But
Yeah, but I'm not. You're the one making extraordinary claims, though. I'm not a scientist.
You're making extraordinary claims, and
I'm
you're
making mainstream claims.
To authority. You're making mainstream claims. Exactly. You are a religious.
I love the idea of this argument going viral, and instead of swearing and stuff, it's like, no, you're making extraordinary claims. No, you are. It's the politest argument ever.
He's doing this just for the algorithm. He told me before the show that he thinks the Earth might be flat, but he can't admit it. Okay, he's doing it for the algorithm. Right?
Shut up, Dave. No one thinks you're funny.
He's not that stupid. You guys can tell Andrew's a smart guy. Okay, he is a smart guy. He's doing this for the views. Trust me. There he goes.
Would a man who's a flat earther have this in his office?
Yeah, it's a novelty item. It's actually fantastic.
A novelty item. I would have a flat one.
Look, I got one too. I got my ball too.
Imagine that. I would just turn the whole channel into a flat earth thing if I believed that, wouldn't I? Because it would be very.
Why?
Hamsters died again. Sorry about that. Andrew admits that he's not a science guy, so maybe he wouldn't have figured it out. But I fucking would have figured it out. I know that for a fact.
Different colours, this. I think it's smart to question this stuff, and I think we need to do that. And there are loads of conspiracies that turn out to be true, such as Watergate, and such as turn blue, you blue thing. such as a guy on the island, and there's plenty of them. And we need journalists, and we need people to poke holes in established mainstream theories. But it doesn't mean that every time we do that we're right either. I wouldn't have figured out the Earth is a sphere. I can't even work out how to. Yeah.
But
except really smart scientists have done.
No, they haven't. No one's figured it out.
Eratosthenes figured it out 2,500 years ago, right? Right. The fact that some people have figured it out shows that some people would figure it out, right? Maybe not everyone would, because, you know, just think how dumb the average person is. Then remember that half the world are dumber than that. But smart people figure it out. Unfortunately, Dave, that means you're disqualified.
They're just told it. Giddy House Olson says, "How does Dave explain?" I'm reading your super chats for you. How does?
Well, hang on, let me put him out.
Go ahead.
How does Dave explain that all scientists who have spent all their lives studying this can be so wrong? Well, including William Shatner. All the scientists plus William Shatner and meteorologists and volcano experts and geologists are all either stupid or in on it.
They're all indoctrinated and they believe what they're told.
No, these people study and do tests and stuff for themselves. You are speaking again, Dave, like someone who has never done any higher education.
But hold on, right here. Are all space agencies in on the lie, and are all pilots and scientists in on the lie? These two right here, tons.
Yeah, because you've heard this stuff.
Yeah, but they're all explained. Now they're not all in on it, and many of them are speaking out, but they can't. You're a scientist, and you get your couple $100,000, millions of dollars worth of grants. You say the Earth is flat, you're out of work. You're done. Your family's homeless. Okay.
Or you win a
No, scientists aren't just take this money and just say what we say. That's
Nobel Prize.
Yeah, well, no, it doesn't work that way. They're not going to give you the Nobel Prize.
Brian S. Stavely again says, we know the answer is no. This is about me. Would I have ever worked out it was a globe? People, thank you for the super chat, Brian. People have lied to you. Conspiracies do exist. Many are BS, but there is something here, and it matches all your experience. See, this
Shut
is
up,
it.
Brian, you moron.
It's nice to believe in simple things sometimes because it makes us feel comfortable, and it makes us feel like everybody knows, you know, there's a creator in charge, and we're all going to be...
Yeah, it's one of Geist View in the chat says, notice how Durf argues we see too far, which is a geometric black swan argument. But Durf drops the geometric argument for flat Earth and goes with the dirty air. The air's too dirty. We can't see too far, but we can see too far. But we can't see too far, but we can see too far. Yeah, absolutely. Two different standards.
Fine. You can make that claim, but that, you know, some people will go, oh, you know, I'm going to believe in this because it makes me feel good. Oh, I'm going to be spiritual, whatever. No, I want the truth. I don't.
No, you don't. No, you fucking don't. 75 times in 30 minutes you lied. You don't care about the truth. You disgusting human being. 2.5 LPM. That is you.
How it makes me feel. Okay?
But your subconscious does care.
No, not at all.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Of course it does.
No.
Well, you're the only one that's not swayed by that. We all want to believe things that are nice.
It would be nice, but I want the truth. The truth is nice. The truth is amazing.
You can't handle the truth.
The truth
right,
is you've got
CC, thank you for the super chat. HRH
friends.
Gossip, thanks for signing up. I imagine you like the stuff on Megan and Harry that I've done here. Richard Method says, last one. Thank you, Richard, again. Andrew, please have on a follower of Benny Hinn or some other preacher. That would be epic. You are being equated to people that are like preachers and nutcases and evangelists.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
You should have Austin Whitsitt on. He'll do all the math for you.
Austin Whitsitt can't do math. He can't do it. He doesn't have any kind of aptitude for maths. I've tested it live. He can't do maths. All right, here we go. I'll do this now. All right, someone clip this. Whitsitt, I challenge you to a live maths test. All right, we'll see who's better at maths, me or you. You won't do it because you're scared.
Okay.
Yeah, but I would need then to have a Professor Dave back on, wouldn't I?
Weisskopf, we don't need to assume there is a parallel. We've seen it to be the truth.
Absolutely. Bring Professor Dave on with Austin. Austin would love that. On your channel. You be the moderator and Professor Dave, you could be the neutral moderator. Take Dave's side. Okay? Have Austin on with Professor Dave.
my name's Andrew, not Professor Dave. But yeah, I'll be
Yeah, I know.
the new. Yeah,
You can be
okay.
the
Well,
moderator.
No, Professor Dave will only do it on my channel. He said that. All right, Austin's too scared to do it.
afterwards, send me an
Professor
email.
Dave and Austin. Yes.
Send me an email, and we'll set that
Yeah.
up, and we'll
Yeah.
do that, and it'll be
I'm going to bet
fantastic.
you $100 Professor Dave will not do it because he will be eviscerated.
Okay. Will you actually send me the $100 because I could do with the cash, and if he does come on with
I
it.
will absolutely. You know what? Make it 200. I'll make it $200.
$200 if Professor Dave comes
$200.
on. Maybe I can
If
share it
Professor
with
Dave
him.
comes on with Austin and does a full debate with you moderating. And
All
you
right, I'll
better
email him
moderate
after
better
this.
than you did with that other.
Yeah, you're right. Nerd Alert says Wixit claimed the formula for the Lorentz factor was 1 over the square root of 1 minus v squared c squared, and not 1 over the square root of 1 minus. His formula can't even pass dimensional analysis. He doesn't understand maths in the slightest.
Thing. What's that?
I'm just going to sit there.
Yeah,
just
that
gonna sit
doesn't
there.
work so well. Actually, that would work fine, but
It
it'll
would.
be
Mario
it'll be a
Rui
shit show.
again says, Dave, please explain your concept of a vacuum in space.
I know what you
My
meant, Nerd
concept
Alan.
of vacuum in
Nerd Alert.
space is not a vacuum cleaner. It's not sucking. It's no pressure. Like if I had a box, when I sucked all the air out of it, that's a vacuum. It's a void. It's no pressure. And if I had a valve on it on the bottom, on the side, or on the top, no matter where I opened it, air would violently fill that available space because gas violently fills the available space to equalize. It doesn't.
Well, because of gravity in this case. But right, so the way they think about it is wrong, right? Imagine just gas in space, just a single solitary hydrogen atom in space floating on its own. All right, it's not doing anything. There's no forces acting on it. You put the Earth next to it, which creates a gravitational force, and that hydrogen atom goes towards the Earth. That's the way to think about it.
Doesn't collapse upon itself. So I got a box with no air and a valve on the bottom, and I go 10,000 feet, 2 feet, doesn't matter. I open it up, it pulls the air up and away from gravity. Well, I thought gravity was holding the air to the Earth. Doesn't make any sense.
There you go. Right, my name is Never Was. I am going through this. I'm going through quicker now. I'm not refuting you. I'm just seeing what other people say. Thank you. My name is Never Was. Andrew, please make yourself some cash by proposing a reality show where flat earthers literally go to the edge of the world, potential name, the edge of the world, to prove it. Just a thought. Love your show. That would be Mr. Beast. I mean, he could do something like that. The funds he has. Would you sign up if Mr. Beast asked you along?
I think Mr. Beast actually was supposed to go. I think it was him or somebody else like him that was supposed to go to Antarctica and do a thing,
did go.
and they canceled it. They wouldn't let him go.
No, he
No,
did
Mr. Beast
go. He
went to
did go to
Antarctica.
Antarctica. I've seen it.
No, he didn't. I think it was
Yeah, he did.
canceled.
Let me see. Hold on. Mr. Beast, Antarctica. Yeah, there we go. Mr. Beast, I survived 50 hours in Antarctica. Released 7 months ago. It's got 140 million views. There we go. There's the thumbnail. Mr. Beast, I survived 50 hours in Antarctica. Look, there they are in Antarctica. What you got to say about that, Dave?
No, he went. I've seen him there.
You know what? I don't even know
Unless
who
it
Mr.
was-
Beast is, but I think it was canceled.
I don't
Doesn't
even know
matter.
who Mr. Beast
And if
is.
they let
Yes,
us
It was.
go,
No,
have to
they
let us-
told you it was cancelled, and you've had faith in that, and you were wrong.
No,
You
I
shouldn't
don't
trust
know.
what people
I'm
say.
saying I
He
don't
did it.
know. I'm saying I don't know.
Okay, well, he did it. But that's a very good point, and I think that's a great reality show. Rebecca Monroe says, Dave, is it possible that the Earth isn't flat and they did fake the moon landing? Well, for you,
Well-
you're 100% it is flat.
Well, how about this? I'll go 99% flat, 100% it's not a globe because that's scientifically provable. It could.
No, it's not. There's no scientific proof that the Earth's not a globe, right? Dirth, you're just a liar. You have been sent proof, mathematical proof that the Earth is a globe, and you owe people 3 bitcoins, which is $88,000 at the moment. But you won't pay it because you're a liar.
could be something else that I'm unaware of. All right. And so just real quick on the frequently asked questions page, there's the what about Antarctica?
Oh, he's shilling his app again.
There's a video on there called "Sorry, Antarctica is Closed." Watch that. We did the work for you. One of our lawyer flat earthers broke it down, and it's going to save you hundreds of thousands of dollars and time, and in 30-minute video.
You know what? Fuck it. Because Flerfs Idiots is coming back, right? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do Flerfs Idiots episodes on every one of his videos on that app. I'm fed up with the lying. He won't ever face me. He won't ever speak to me, right? So I am just gonna eviscerate him. And whenever anyone shows a Durf video, you can respond with me. I've eviscerated Witsit. He won't ever talk to me again. I eviscerated Sleeping Warrior and Mitchell from Australia so hard they ran away from the internet. Durf, you're next.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, but you were saying to me before we started that you don't really believe in this stuff and you just want to make money from your app.
That's exactly what I said. You're right. Everyone, send me the $3 quick and sign up.
That's
Sign
payback.
up for the
That's payback to you for saying that. Right, Red Tar for me, does gravity exist on flat Earth, your belief?
Well, gravity is a theory, and it's 96% dark matter.
No, gravity is not a theory. This is such a dumb thing that flat earthers still push, right? Gravity's just a theory. No, you know what? Is music a theory? No, I'm pretty sure music's not a theory. I've got guitars on my walls, you know? But there is music theory, right? Guys, is driving a car a theory? It's not? Oh, right. Then why did I do a driving theory test? Guys, do electronics work? Oh, they do. They're not a theory. Oh, that's weird. So why is there electronics theory? Why is there capacitance theory? You know,
Good thing I didn't offer you $200 in gravity dollars, because I don't have to pay you $8, and the rest could be in dark dollars, or because that's what
It's another example, Dave.
And the dark matter thing is just a misunderstanding, right? What we can see is the first step in the scientific method. There's observations that things are doing something that would be explained by gravity, but we can't see the things that are doing it, right? We've got no way of observing it right now. It's non-baryonic in nature, okay? Dark matter, dark energy, they're placeholder names. We don't know what they are. We don't know how to detect them. We don't know how to measure them. We can just see the effects of them. But we know they're there because of the effects.
Of science not yet being there, not knowing, and it scares you.
Incorrect. Science tells us that the electrostatic force is 10 to the 36 power stronger than gravity, and I could demonstrate the electrostatics makes things go up and down. If you
God, he's been fucking speaking to Witsit. No, that's not how it works. Plus, electrostatics would act differently to different materials. Electrostatics would act differently for this to this. But what happens when I release them at the same time here? Boom. They accelerate at the same speed. It's not electrostatics.
put a negative charge into something, it goes up. Put a positive charge into something, it goes down, because the Earth, it attracts anything in that positive
This
field.
has no negative charge.
I can
It's
show
going
you
down.
that. I can prove it. I can demonstrate it. It's repeatable. It's provable. And
All right.
and
Oh,
so,
he's getting as many
so
buzzwords
how
as he
could it
can
be
in,
gravity?
guys.
How could you think that gravity, that tiny weak force, can outdo the electrostatic force?
Yeah,
Because of
it's
the
not any
maths. Do the maths, Dave.
weak force. It's a strong force. Right, last question. This is from my fiance Julieta. Is this, and she's asking everyone else really, is this a harmless conspiracy theory, or is there any danger here? So people, I want you to put a 1 if you believe that flat Earth is the Earth is flat. That's a 1.
Right, let me answer that, because yeah, it's dangerous. Dirth proved himself during this, the stream yesterday, actually, when we went over a certain part of it. It's dangerous because of Flat Earth, Dirth no longer speaks to his family. They won't talk to him, right? Yes, Flat Earth's dangerous. Flat Earth destroys lives, literally. Flat Earth Mike, rest in peace. Flat Earth is dangerous because of the mindset it puts you on. you either have to believe that everyone's lying to you, or you have to believe a bunch of lies. Everything that David Weiss has said in my coverage of his stream with Andrew Gold has shown that he is a fucking pathological liar and nothing else. Let's just finish hearing what Andrew has to say.
2, if you think it's complete nonsense but not harmful. And 3, if you think it is a harmful conspiracy theory. I'm interested in that, and I want to see all the 1s and 2s and 3s. Obviously, there will be more 1s than 2s or 3s, I think, because the 2s and 3s are both suggesting that the flat Earth theory is fake. But I want to know if you think it's harmful or not. And don't even expect me to remember which order I've just done them all in, because that is already... 3 is harmful. 3 is harmful. Yeah. 2 is not harmful, but it's just a silly thing. And 1 is, I believe in flat Earth theory. And we are getting a big mixture of stuff, and so it should be. Plurality of opinion, mostly 2s and 3s, and all.
Wise Coffin in the chat saying it's all to do with density and stuff, right? What's more dense? My lighter here or my fiber cloth, right? My lighter is obviously more dense, but oh wait, hold on, the lighter's not falling through. Why is that? Oh, maybe it's not all to do with density. Weird.
All these things, but there are the occasional ones from some people, such as Linda Glass, such as Ted Sommer, such as Lauren Okra, and that is fair enough. We need, wow, it is a real mix of those 1, 2s and 3s, which I always like to see. No relationship, my name is never was, should...
There's just like 2 minutes left, so let's just see if in those 2 minutes Dave says anything else stupid.
Be this exhausting, Andrew. If anyone else is caught up in proving the world is round all night, please find refuge. Well, I think people are enjoying it, aren't they? I don't know.
Yes, right, fun listening
go
to
and
idiots.
Look at Flat Earth Dave's stuff and refute.
No, don't look at it. I'm going to do it for you. All right. And there we go. There is my breakdown of David Weiss's debate/interview with Andrew Gold. Once again, I thoroughly encourage you guys to support Andrew Gold, to subscribe to his channel, and to watch the video uninterrupted without me shouting at Durf being a liar and an idiot every 5 minutes. I'm going to do more of these types of streams because honestly I've enjoyed this. Frankly, I needed a little break from debating flat earthers because I've only got so many brain cells and I do need to save some of them. So I decided to do this, and I've actually had a lot of fun. And obviously you guys have enjoyed it because there's been a lot of people watching, a lot of good responses. So I'm going to cover more videos in this form. As live form versions of Flerfs Are Idiots, I guess you could call it, as well as bringing back the actual videos of Flerfs Are Idiots and a whole bunch on David Weiss because he's a pathological scumbag liar, and he's a coward. He never talks to me because he's a coward. Excuse me. Kango44 for $5 New Zealand dollars says, FT, I've been watching your channel for a while and you're looking very healthy these days. Good for you, sweet gains. Yeah, I'm very proud of what I've done. I'm disabled. My left arm barely works. My left leg doesn't work. And I'm still at the gym 6 fucking days a week, guys. Right? 6 days a week. Yeah. When I do my isolated bicep curls, I just do 10 kilograms in each arm. Well, in this arm and less in this arm actually, right? But when I row, or when I do my rows, I'm rowing 40 kilograms. I'm deadlifting 100 kilograms with one leg. I'm leg pressing 3 sets of 12 at 155. There's certain parts of me that are very strong and certain bits of me I need to get stronger. But anyone that laughs at someone for improving themselves has issues. Tim Davidson for $2 says, ha ha ha, fights improving himself. Base. No, you're right. iSoldier74, Witsit has never done maths. He just reads off numbers. In fact, can anyone send me a clip of Witsit ever doing maths? That'd be great. Warboss for $5 Canadian says, take pride in that flex. Losing weight is hard as zogging hell. Yeah, it is. And the exercising, right, is only 20% of it, guys. The 80% of weight loss and getting fit is in the kitchen. And I like sugar. Clarence AS2 for £2 says, Professor Dave lives rent-free in Durf's head. Yes, he does. It's dark, dingy, empty and scary. Steve6464 for $2 says, Pro Dave will kill Austin just by saying hi. Austin wouldn't stand a fucking chance. Tim Davidson for $2 says, say you're a flat skeptic, make them provide evidence. No, flat earthers don't do that. Philip Craig for $2 says, take a shot for every lie. No, please don't. You would be dead. Tim Davidson for $5. It's all my fault. I just paid this month's gravity bill. You are welcome. Thank you, because I forgot to do it. Wow, here we are. 6 hours later, I have managed to get through 1 hour and 47 minutes of Flat Earth Dave derp. My brain hurts. And I'm sure that all of you have watched this, you feel the same. So I'm very sorry. Tim Davidson for $2. I am Illuminous Pooh. Someone believe me. Wait, Tim, why have you changed your name to Illuminous Pooh? I like Lord Illuminous Pooh. But thank you for the $2. I like Illuminous Pooh. Please, no one clip that. I hope you guys have enjoyed this this form of content. Please, I would very much like some feedback on how this has gone. Maybe we can get other people on to go through videos with me as well. And it makes a nice change from debating the dumbass flat earthers. But you know what I say. It's always important at the end of these streams that we ask the very important questions. And I think one of the most important questions in our modern times is, can we just pretend that airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars?
Can we pretend that
Lord Luminous Pooh, member for 1 month, says he lies.
Shooting stars. Should be wishing for a brain right now, brain right now, brain right now.
Good morning. These words come with a storm warning. Better batten down the hatches, grab some matches and brace yourself for a long day of misery. YouTube has given me the power to reach up into the sky and show you all that we live on the ball. I bring you science that's comprehensible. Your view is indefensible. You're reprehensible. Go on, Mr. Sensible. When I was young, I never thought I would be here to see this. A pile of random nonsense dressed up as bullshit. Your ignorance will be the death of us all, like running head first full speed into a wall. You could always read a book, buy a telescope, set it up and take a photo of the moon, or just be a buffoon. I send you in a balloon up to the stratosphere on page 3.
You're a few fries short of a happy meal. You're dumber than a box of hair. The wheel's spinning but the hamster's dead, and you're as smart as bait. You forgot to pay your brain bill. You're missing a few buttons on the remote control. 24 cents short of a quarter. You're surfing in Nebraska. You're as bright as Alaska in December, and you fell out of your family tree. You don't have all the cornflakes in one box. You got an IQ of 2 and it takes 3 to grunt. The elevator doesn't go all the way up, and there's a vacancy on the top floor. Your antenna doesn't pick up all the channels. You're several nuts short of a fruit
You're Mr.
cake.
Sensible, calm down, don't go too hard. You don't need the hard Siberian Flerfs in your backyard. You're a man of science, poise and grace. Mage 2 did everything to wipe the grins off the face. So Nathan, get away from those kids. The world is not flat and it doesn't have a lid. Recognize the differences between the textbook and the Bible and control yourself. Lay off your slander and your lies. You're a bunch of knobs poisoning the well of the youth, spreading lies that you like to claim as knowledge and truth. Stop spreading fresh bullshit like the butter on your bread. Maybe your musical assault will knock some sense into your head. I hope one day you'll hear these lyrics and smile, and you realise you used to be a 40-year-old child. Now it's time to wake up, open your eyes and see, and acknowledge the existence of.
You're a few clowns short of a circus. Your phone is off the hook. Your sewing machine is out of thread. You're all foam and no beer. You don't have all your dogs on one leash. An intellect rivaled only by garden tools. There's no grain in your silo, and your skylight leaks a little. Your belt doesn't go through all the loops. You couldn't pour water out of the boot without instructions on the heel. Your slinky's kinked, and you're proof that evolution can work in reverse. A few feathers short of a whole duck, one fruit loop short of a full bowl.
Airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars. Should be wishing for a brain right now, brain right now, brain right now. Can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars? Should be wishing for a brain right now, brain right now, brain right now.
You thought it was over? Well, I'm still standing while you're swinging, flinging feces, talking shit just like the human centipede. You got the mind of a chimp, and I'm here to expedite your shore leave. Cause I'm a seaman, but not the kind I writ up when your mum's gums. I'm the kind that sailed submarines and fired guns. I could float a boat across the ocean with my eyes closed, circumnavigate the globe with a compass and a bag of sausage rolls. Well, all you can do is nibble on your toes. I'll smack you with the hose that you call a water level. Sit and swivel, you nasal gazing muppet. You can stuff it harder than the wallet stuffed by Warren Buffett. And I don't care about your sauces unless you're serving them. And I don't care about your lines unless you're curving them. Now step away from me, you're sucking up my oxygen with the vacuum where your brain should be, you dumb fuck. Wow, what a fun 4 days. Jiffy Cones £2 says, $2 says, how does one gift memberships on mobile? And then becomes a member. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm sure you'll be able to have the option now. You're a member, Jiffy, and thank you very much, buddy. Oops. Just pulled my headphones out. That was silly. Thank you very much, Jiffy, for your support, dude. I really do appreciate it, and welcome to the club of nutters. Yeah, let's finish the poll off. End poll. Why can't Durf stop lying? The grift, 45%. Some kind of mental issue, 18%. His mummy never loved him, 16%. And turtles, 20%. That doesn't quite add up to... Never mind, Google. Good try. Thanks for watching, guys. I love all of you so much. Not you, Gary. I will see you tomorrow for a return to debating some nutters over in the MMM server. Bloody hell, my brain. Just remember that stupidity's not a right. Fight the flag. Fight the flag. Fight the flag. Fight the flag. Oh, and Jiffy gives 5 memberships. Thank you, you absolute beast, you. Fight the flag. Fight the flag.